Okay. Okay on period. Periana to the period. Hey, it's we live. It's we live. Okay. Yeah, it's Sweet is live. And I'm back. Okay, I'm back on Instagram, y'all, because I'm on location. So, I guess, the internet works better with the Instagram. So we on Instagram, and I'm going to be uploading this to YouTube. Shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to everybody watching, okay? Shout out to the Crown family, okay? Shout out to Chasing Reality. Shout out to the Mount Wiggins, okay? And everyone else, okay, that supports the official campaign, okay? And everything lit. Period. This is the lituation. This is the home of the lituation, okay? Where we keep it lit, okay? And as always, this is a dust-free zone, okay? Period. That's why we got the broom in the back, okay? Where there's no raggedy, dusty, musty, crusty, sissy, dirty, or pussy holes alive, okay? On period. Periana to the period. Today we have a very special guest. Okay, today we have a very special guest. Okay, I have in the building Fran, the one from the Chasing LA series. Okay, but before I bring her up, okay, I want you guys to show a lot of love in the comments. Okay, and that's just on period. Make sure that you guys share this live. Make sure that you guys are subscribed. Okay, and if you would like to donate, okay, I just want you to know that every dollar, okay, that you donate to the official campaign goes directly back into the platform. Okay, we have Cash App, Venmo, what is it, Super Chat, all of that. Super Chat and all of that. Okay, well, shout out YouTube, shout out Twitch, okay, shout out Instagram, okay, and all of the other apps that's helping the official campaign get that money up off of the floor, okay? Shoot, I still got to fill out my Amazon paperwork. I'm flipping on that. Okay, on period. Amazon want me to make me some kind of music influencer. Sign, girl. Okay, on period. Yes, I'm definitely going to sign up for that. So, without further ado, okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull up Fran, the one, okay, from the Chasing Reality series. This is the breakdown, okay, with the official campaign, okay. We're going to be breaking down episode 4. We're going to be talking about a lot of things that happen off camera and behind the scenes, okay, and stuff that y'all may never see, okay, I heard about. Well, that's if Fran is willing to talk. Let me see how I get up here, okay. I'm new to this whole Instagram interview thing. Fran will need the latest version of Instagram to join. My. Fran, they said that you need the latest version of Instagram to join this live. So update your Instagram and let me know when it's done so we can continue the show. And that's just on period. Yes. Let me know when you do that so we can continue the show. I just tried to add you to the live. It said that you need the latest version of Instagram. Okay? And I got a lot of questions. So I'm going to need you to go ahead and handle that and come on back. Okay? It should only take like 2 minutes. Okay? Unless you got hella shit on your phone like me. Okay? Then you got to delete hella shit. Or I delete hella shit. Just download that app. Okay? Just to be told you can't do nothing on the app because you still got hella shit. Like, girl. They don't make these phones with enough memory, okay? Then they be trying to charge you for iCloud. The iCloud shit don't even work, okay? How am I paying for iCloud, okay? And it's for me to have some extra storage. But when I need to store some stuff, it's not working. Like, I just don't know. And you pay a monthly fee for that. Like, how's my phone running out of space? Anyways. iPhone problems. I need to make a whole series on iPhone problems. Y'all know they be messing with these phones, right? Okay, I think they want me to get a new phone. You know what I'm saying? Because my old phone, okay, works way better than this one, okay? And this one got more memory and everything, okay? I thought I was never going to be able to fill this phone up. Okay, this phone got full in a week, bitch. Okay? Full in a week, okay? It's already time for a new phone. Yes. So we're just waiting for Fran the One to rejoin the live. This is the official campaign. This is the home of the lituation. And this is the breakdown where we talk about all things chasing LA, okay? What you see on camera and what happened off camera. Behind the scenes and on the scenes with the official campaign. What's good, everybody? We're just waiting for Fran the One, like I said, to rejoin the live because she's a very interesting character on the show, and we have a lot of questions. What's good, Crown family? Make sure that you guys are sharing this live. Share this live because YouTube be playing. YouTube be playing. I'm just saying, I know this is a replay. But y'all gonna enjoy it all the same. It's going up and it's stuck. Share this live. Share this live already. Share this live already. And make sure that you guys are subscribed because it's up. It's up from here. This is a marathon, not a race. Okay? So, it don't matter how long it takes for us to get there. Just know that we're going to arrive. Just know that we're on your ass. Okay? Just know that we pulling out. And that's just on Periana. Okay? On period. Y'all can keep the official campaign out if you wanted to. And that's just on period. Hey, hey. And that's just on period. So we're just waiting for Fran the One to rejoin the live. Let me see. Okay. I don't know if I could. There's a way to see if she's all right. Okay. And that's just on period. It's up and it's stuck. Yes. I have an interview today. Okay. And I'm just waiting for the guest. Something's going on. But let me see. Did you, I know you guys had to catch episode 3 of Chasing LA. Let's talk about it. Everybody was wondering where I was at. It was like, this was an hour episode and y'all only showed 15 minutes of King Pay. Get it together. It was like, get it together. We need more of the official King Pay. Okay? That's what they said when. Okay, I don't make this shit up. I'm telling you that's what they said. That's what they said. They said they wanted more of the official campaign in the episode. But what you did see of me, you've seen me having a one-on-one with Alicia because when we were at my event, I invited everyone to the stripper class and paid for it. Okay, because it was not free, contrary to belief. Okay, everybody was sort of like ganging up on Alicia. I felt, talking at her all at once. And I just, I felt like this was my opportunity to get to know her. It's my event. I invited her out. So, I was going to try to connect with her at some point, and, I just didn't have the opportunity on the inside. So before she left, I wanted to, just address, the elephant in the room because I just felt like she had an issue with me, and she did. Like, she wasn't talking to me. She wouldn't say hi. Like, she came to my whole event. She didn't say hi. She didn't speak. She was very standoffish. And I was like, girl, what's tea? Like, I haven't done anything to you whatsoever. Hey, y'all already know. Oh, okay, on period. Thank you, Miss Alicia. I needed that information, girl. Because he going around saying he did. He going around saying he did, girl. Girl, that's tea. That's tea. Where's Miss Fran at? Where's Miss Fran at? Let me see. Fran the One. There we go. Let me see. Okay, I sent the request to Fran. Let's see if it works. Maybe she's been here the whole time. I don't know how to do this whole Instagram thing like that. And that's just on her. Okay. We're waiting for Fran. The One. Yeah, so what was we talking about? So yeah, me and Alicia, we was talking, and then girl, she made me feel some type of way when I was trying to say bye. She don't want to give me no hug, and I said, girl, you know what? I absolutely get it. You know what I'm saying? You might probably got the COVID, even though I know she don't have the COVID because we all had to go and get COVID tested before the show. So none of us have the COVID-19. Come on, Fran, the one, what's going on? Fran, the one is unable to join. My. My. Should I go? Should I go see what's going on? How do I go see what's going on? Ooh, ooh. I'm just gonna pray. Let's pray on it, dear Heavenly Father. Please, please, please. Let Fran's phone upgrade right now. Upgrade her Instagram right now. Right now. Right now. So that she can join this live, okay? And we can get into some things in the mighty name. And that's just on Piriana. And that's just on Piriana. Where's Fran at? Fran. Fran. Ooh. Well, let's call this girl again. I don't know what's going on. It says she's lit. Ugh. My. What in the HBIC is going on? What in the HBIC is going on? What? I don't know. Ooh, it was definitely a weak episode without me, okay? The beginning was lit, girl. I came in with the ferrata. Okay, they keep talking about the fan, girl. But the rest of the episode was definitely a sleeper. Ooh, ooh, look at God. Look at God. Friend of what is big, girl. I'm about to say, oh, she done stood me up, girl. She done stood me up. Okay? I just sent the request. Y'all drop some crowns in the comments. Y'all show a lot of love for Fran the one. Okay? And that's just on period. Periana to the period. Make sure that you guys are liking this video. Make sure that you guys are subscribed. Make sure that you guys share it, share it, share it. Sharing is caring, okay?
How's it going?
I have the pleasure of sitting here with Fran, the one from the Chasing LA series, my castmate, and I don't know where we stand right now, but let's talk about it. I don't know if we friends, foes, associates, or what. But how are you? How are you, Fran?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
I see you came for me about my little updated app, honey.
I didn't come for you, girl. The app came for you. The app came for you, girl.
Girl, you don't waste no time, girl.
I was stalling, honey. I was like, girl, I gotta stall. Wait, hold on. I was stalling, honey. Okay.
All
so
right.
Let the people know who you are. Since you just got here.
Okay. Oh, who all know? Oh, okay.
People are joining. It's okay.
I'm expecting more.
Oh, no. Well, this is not YouTube. So this is Instagram, and this is actually you suggested doing Instagram, and it was better for me because something's going on with my internet here. So
Well, I'm Fran, aka the One. I'm one of 10 cast members of Chasing LA. A little bit about myself. I'm from Atlanta. For all those who don't know, I started out, modeling, acting, singing. That's my profession. And this opportunity with Chasing really just came out of a surprise. Like, it's just happened for me. But I'm reluctant. I took that shot and just went for it, and here I am, baby. I'm with some interesting cast members. You know, I have a lot of reservations to, you know, sit with you. A lot of bones to pick because you definitely, you know, you be trying
I'm
it,
here
girl.
for it.
You be
I'm here
trying it,
for it.
honey.
I'm here for it.
Okay.
So let's get
Oh, hold
right
that thought.
into it.
Hold that thought.
So
Okay, so Andre just texted me. He said it's okay for me to, you know, do this interview with you. So it's
you have to
approved.
get permission, girl.
Of course, that's what you think, right? Exactly. Let's move
That's
on.
what you said. That's what you said. So let's just get right into things. I thought you were gonna give us your pronouns. So let's talk about that. Why didn't you? I asked you to introduce yourself, and you didn't give us your pronouns. You said that you're non-binary, and I know for like the non-binary girls, it's like a thing when you introduce yourself to make sure that you tell people your pronouns because people don't know. The only person that knows is you.
And that's the only person that's supposed to know. You assume, or the next individual may assume what I am, but you won't know that until you ask. You see what I'm saying?
So
That's not my
you're
job to let you. That's not
non-binary.
my job to let you know who I am. Okay,
So
that's not my job.
so you're non-binary, and
Right.
what are your pronouns?
My pronouns is queer. You know, non-gender conforming. You know, this is who I am. I'm me. You see what I'm saying? So if you want to know more about that, you know, if you address me, say, you know, he's a boy or he's a gay male, then you need to be corrected on it. I'm gonna let you know that. So if you
I
kind of
thought
go
your
into,
pronouns was them and they.
yes, correct.
Okay. All right. So I seen an interview that you did. Okay.
Hmm.
And this is about the dinner. Okay, because the dinner, uh, we can all agree that there was a lot of things cut from the dinner.
Right.
Yes, the infamous dinner. How do you feel about the dinner?
I mean, how do you feel? You were there.
Uh, Girl, what everything that happened. I mean, it was organic, I guess. Like I
Do you
feel I
feel? Do
feel
you feel that you showed yourself in the best light?
I feel like when somebody challenges you, you got to let them know, like, bitch, this is not what you want. I feel like
Hmm.
Andre challenged me that day. And speaking of Andre, because it's not about him, this is the only question I'm probably gonna ask you about that girl. Okay. But you did an interview, okay, and you said that Andre read me down, okay, because he was defending Hershey. Uh I don't remember that. Can you refresh my memory? He was defending Hershey.
Um. Well, yeah, I think so. I think that's what he was doing.
You think that's what he was doing?
Absolutely. I mean, that's what everyone else
Because
saw.
I was doing the most.
But I'm just saying that's what production showed. That's what the video showed.
So we're talking. Are we talking about what production? Are we? So you were just going with the narrative that was shown on screen because you were actually
Absolutely.
there, so you know what happened.
I mean, there was a lot of things that happened, but I can only go with the narrative that everyone sees.
Okay, so would it be correct that the only reason that you're saying that you're non-binary is like a sort of damage control because of what is shown on camera?
Oh, absolutely not. Because
Because
before we even sat down and had that whole, you know, misunderstanding or whatever, you know, there's videos of me. There's footage of me, you know, explaining that's who I am. Like I said, whether I was a gay male or not, she did not know that. She just assumed that. So when she told Jayla, when she interrupted Jayla and said, "Excuse me, two women are talking. This has nothing to do with a gay male." You didn't know if I was asexual. You didn't know if I was pansexual. You didn't know what I was. You didn't even know if I was transitioning myself. You just assumed. So I felt like she was being, you know, she was being disrespectful. It's just that simple. Now, I would say what I said was incorrect and it was wrong, and I apologize. However, you know, there is a double standard that is going on in terms of, you know,
so let's stop
one.
there. Also, in that same interview, you said that you apologized to Alicia. Now, I reached
Mhm.
out to Alicia to confirm. She said that you never apologized to her.
Oh, really? I mean, but that's how she feel. I actually have had a conversation with Alicia off camera where we FaceTime each other, and Jayla. So, I mean, what she gives is what she gives. She needs that narrative. She needs to feel like a victim. And rightfully so. You know, she was misgendered. And
maybe
what I said,
she's just going with what is shown on camera.
that could be. That was what was projected. My point, right? We agree.
No, I mean, I don't agree. I don't agree with going with the narrative if you know otherwise. Like, if you was there, I mean, I talked to the producers, I talked to Q, and he said that he's not holding any of our tongues. Like, we can say whatever it is that we want to say. He's not forcing anyone to agree with the narrative. It's just the way that, you know, the thing came about. So I seen Hershey.
So let me ask you this, Fran. How do you feel about that situation? Do you feel like what she said with mispronouncing me was wrong? Or do you feel like you can see where I was coming from? Honestly,
I really don't know what was going on that night because everybody was making it up. Honestly, everybody was making it up.
Well, then that would include yourself, right?
No.
Well, you said everybody. You said everybody.
I'm talking about y'all. No,
girl,
I would say that I was making it up too. No, I would. When I say everybody, I definitely was including myself. And when I say making it up, I mean that I was there to match energies. You know what I'm saying? If somebody comes for me in real life, that I'm gonna handle it the same type of way. Right. Andre came for me. He continued to poke at me. It wasn't one time; it was multiple times. And you know, the last time he wanted to make sure that it was very clear. You know what I'm saying? That he was talking shit.
Well, I'm not here to speak on Andre's behalf, but what I would say is that I feel like What
I will say too is that you and Andre been going around saying that y'all was drunk. I wasn't drunk, okay? And I'm not making no excuses for anything I said that night. I told the producers to run back the tapes. That they're trying to say that I was calling Andre black ass this and black ass that, which I never did. I would never insult anyone on the tone of their skin. Okay, I'm pro-black. I don't believe in any of that. When he was calling me black ass this and black ass that, I said you're self-hating and I said you're self-doubting. Okay, and you can run back the clip.
Well, I have to disagree with that simply because with your interview with Armand Wiggins, you clearly said that you didn't have a problem with Quan using the whole colorism thing and that he was dark and that he was ugly. The only thing that you had a problem with, excuse me,
I said
the only thing that you had a problem with.
I said the reason that people have a problem with what Quan said is because he grouped us together.
But
in my opinion,
you
Andre is dark and ugly. Okay? But
well, then you're no better.
Okay?
You're no better
than he grouped us together, it made people believe that he feels like all dark-skinned people are ugly because I know for damn sure, and everybody here in the comments can let you know when they drop these crowns that the Fisher King paint ain't ugly, and that's just on period.
Do you think you look better? You think you look better than Andre?
Look like a colorist by grouping dark-skinned people and ugly people together because having dark skin don't make you ugly. Being skinny don't make you cute. Okay. Andre was throwing around a lot of slurs that night. He was being fat-phobic, transphobic, colorist, all kind of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't make excuses for your friend. I'm not here to grill you about your friend. Okay?
Well, if you want to come, I didn't hear any of that. I didn't hear any of that.
So you didn't hear him say that he was standing above us, say he was thin, trimming in?
I mean, that's fat shaming.
Girl, moving right along.
Exactly.
So Andre was saying that he was sitting at the head of the table. Did somebody make you sit next to Andre that night?
No, we were the first people there, so we actually just took
seats. You were the first people there, and when you were there, you were sitting at a bar table in the back.
Mm-hmm.
You were not sitting at the head of the table.
You remember verbatim, don't you? You remember that, don't
I'm just saying, like, girl, did you come to tell the truth, or did you come to make it up?
Baby, I don't have anything to make up. What's there to make up?
Okay, well, we're looking for the truth.
I don't think back that far. You think back that far. Like, I don't study.
So, was Andre sit at the head of the table, or did he choose to sit at the head of the table?
I just think that there was a seat that was available. He was the first one who reached the table. He took that seat, and it's just that. I mean, sitting at the head of the table don't make you the head of the table. But if that's
it don't.
Excuse me. If that's how he feels, that's how he feels. Why are you so bothered by how he feels?
Girl, I'm bothered. I'm not bothered, girl.
Girl,
Let me
tell you,
concerned
no tea,
about
no
the
shade.
way
Let me just
that
say
they
this.
are
Let me
trying to
just say
make
this,
people
team.
look, okay?
Allow me to speak. Let me just say this, girl. Every single interview you have done, including this one, you have brought up Andre. You not only have
Girl,
brought up...
absolutely not. Absolutely not. If I was asked a question about Andre, I answered the question. I never brought up Andre. Run back the clips. I've never brought him up like, oh, let's talk about Andre. Like, I forgot to talk about him. I forgot to mention him. I'm glad you mentioned that up, because I'm glad that you guys chose to talk about me during your solo scenes. I can't wait for the whole season to air, because I never mention you guys in any of my solo scenes. Why would I spend my money, waste my time to bring y'all up during one of my solo scenes when I have all of these businesses and the things that I do? Like, why would I talk about y'all? Y'all do so much. Y'all do so much. Why talk about me?
I didn't bring you up in any of my solo scenes. I may brought up...
Well, Andre's solo scene, y'all was there dragging me. Was you?
That's Andre. You're doing an interview with me.
Okay.
Like, if
so
you
talking
want to
about
talk,
you,
if you want to talk to Andre, which I don't believe it ever happened, then you need to have the conversation with him. I'm having a conversation with you, sweetheart, because you seem to have an issue with me.
Let's talk about that.
Okay, well, I never had an issue with you, but you have gone on several interviews and kind of, belittled me, try to say, oh, girl, she got potential, but she ain't it. Like, the one that really bothered me the most.
No, I never said that.
Yes,
I never said
the
that.
one that you...
No, people have tried. No, honestly, people have tried to make me say that I didn't.
No one can make.
I'm telling you, I never said that I didn't see it for you. I always said that Fran said that she's a model. I can see her being a model. If any, I've never said I don't see it. You did say that.
You did say that.
I never said I don't see it for you.
Hold on. However, you did say that, and that's the one thing you did say, that I had potential. But where I have reservation with you is the fact that Armand Wiggins kept going back around to me, and you kept giving him who you felt internally was not or should be on the show. But it's so interesting how this man could still go back around to me and change your thought process. That says a lot about you and your character and not being able to stand on principle.
Not.
You can't stand on principle, baby.
About my character. Let's talk about your friend Ian. Let's talk about your friend Ian, because you're talking about my character. Ian is one of your friends on the show, and you said that he looks like vintage, like his look is very vintage. Well,
let me just say this. He was not my friend then. And yes, his look at the time, because I'm meeting this man.
Oh, his look has changed since he's been around you. Or does he still look very vintage?
I mean, I think that Ian is very successful. I think Ian he's in his own lane. And like I said, his vibe is what it is. Good. And that's what I feed off. Good energy, good vibe. What you talking about is something based off me meeting a person for the very first time. You see what I'm saying?
Well, since you've met Andre for the very first time, you've been like freaking frap, 2 peas in a pod, and you've been like holding him down, okay? And has your friendship with Andre opened any doors for you? Like, what is kissing his ass doing for you?
Well, let me correct you there. I don't kiss ass, baby. Okay? I am the ass of the franchise. Okay? I don't kiss ass. Ooh. Okay? Andre and I have a very...
You got that franchise booty?
Yes, exactly.
No, that's
Andre and I connect on a personal level because he's someone that I see as genuine, someone that I see as loyal, someone I see as very talented, someone I see as don't have a problem with other people shining. Because you have an issue with him. Don't make it seem like I'm supposed to have an issue with this man. You see what I'm saying? I'm neutral.
I invited her to everything that I did. I don't have no issue with that girl. I invited her to everything that I did. At the end of the day, she can't press me.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Did I not invite you guys to everything that I did? I didn't exclude y'all from anything I had going on.
I just personally think that you have some deep reservations with dude, and you need to hash that out with him. You see what I'm saying? I don't know, like, what your problem is with him, but that should be between you and him, honestly.
What I want to say is, I do want to thank you for letting it be known that I'm the HBIC girl. Okay, you did it, and it's just so very. But what I want to know is, What happened with the retreat, girl? You were supposed to throw a retreat.
I was supposed to do that. However, I felt like the baggage that would have been a bit too much.
Baggage.
Yeah,
When you say baggage, what are you talking about?
The lack thereof baggage.
So let's talk about who you cool with, who you not cool with, because I'm assuming that the baggage is the people that you don't feature. Who you don't feature right now?
It's not necessarily that I don't feature individuals. It's just I just feel like you guys are trying to play this narrative. You know what I mean? Like y'all don't like to play fair in a sense. Like you try to make me and Andre look like the mean girls. Honey, I'm not a mean girl. There's nothing mean about me. I can have a conversation with you, Alicia, Jayla, everybody on this platform. All I'm saying is that when you come for me, you know, I have no filter. And I haven't had no issue with you. You just like to equate whatever issue you got with Andre and you try to throw me in the mix. Okay? Like, I don't have no issue with you.
I don't have no issue with you either. When I speak about you, I always tell people, Fran is cool when she's not around Andre.
What you mean by that, though? What you mean by that?
Girl, you was cool. You're not around Andre that time. We hung out with this at the studio. You was cool. But every time you with Andre, girl, you start to doing all the looking at people, and you know what y'all be giving. Y'all be doing way too much. Like
I mean, girl,
you even said in the interview that first night you and Andre was giving a lot. Okay, allegedly y'all was drinking.
When you're around your good Judy, you know, you do tend to be in that space with that person that you click with the most. You see
but it's not your good Judy. We all just met
6 months ago. We've been friends for 6 months.
But this was day one when y'all was giving off.
But we kicked it off. You never heard of motherfuckers liking each other from the
love at first sight?
Okay. You can call it that. It is love.
That's
it's
what
not that type of love.
It
ain't that type of love. But yeah, you can call it that. I'm sorry, you can't kick it with people and find good, genuine qualities out of people on the first go. That says a lot about you as a person, sweetheart.
Ooh. My. Everybody like me, girl. So speaking about playing with like playing into narratives, because you said something about going along with narratives. Okay. Mm-hmm. Do you recall a sit down that me, you, Andre, and Quan
Official
had
J-Lo said he lied.
Behind the scenes?
Hey girl, how
behind
you doing?
The scenes, this is off camera. We went to the hookah lounge, Cafe Rouge, in downtown LA. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
Do you remember me and Andre getting along very well that night? Coming to
that was only because I told him, let's try to have a open dialogue with the rest of the crew, you know, to see how we can, you know, and what he got from that is what he got from that.
Everything he said that night, he did not do. He said that he was going to follow me on social media. He was going to inbox me, and we was going to finish this conversation, and we was going to work our things out. And I already told him how I feel about people talking about me. If you have something to say it to my face. And for some reason, after that night, he just continued to go around talking about me. You know what I'm saying? And like, girl, like, that was very fake to sit down, have dinner, be fake, smile in my face, act like we're friends. I walked into his car. We hugged it out at the end of the night. You know what I'm saying? He sat up on live and called Jayla a flip-flopper when he's a flip-flopper. That's not the first time that me and Andre, they came to an agreement behind the scenes that we was just going to be cordial, cool, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And each time she goes behind her words and talks shit.
I look beautiful, don't it? I'm sorry. I mean, I hear all that, what you're saying. In the end of the day, that's a conversation for you and Andre.
No, I only wanted you to confirm that it did happen.
And it did happen. It did happen. But, I mean, you got to also
understand. So, Andre, if Jayla's a flip-flopper, Andre is just as big a flip-flopper as Jayla. Because he did the same thing.
I mean, that's your interpretation of that. Like I said, him sitting down with you was him being open to a conversation. Now, that conversation, that sit down was to see, okay, can this
He broke the terms of our mutual agreement, and in my book, he's done. Okay, so moving right along, you said in that interview also that Jayla cannot sing. Okay, You said that that you can out-sing Jayla. You give more of a gospel R&B type of vibe. You still feel that way?
Of course.
Okay, well, I just want you to know Jayla has been on this show, okay, and she sang live for us. Are you opposed to singing live, giving us a little bit of your vocals right now?
Absolutely.
Give us something, girl, okay?
Oh my God, girl, you too much, girl. Oh my God.
Get it, Fran, okay? You gonna sing Lost One? Sing Lost One. You know when you lost one. Let go when you know when you lost one.
No.
Oh, well, go ahead and sing.
No, ma'am, baby.
Okay, go ahead. What you give? What you giving? What you giving?
What did she sing? I could probably sing that better.
She said Ada James at last. Sing at last by Ada James. She sang it so good that she got me copyright strike. Okay, they said that it sounded exactly like Ada. They did. No lie. I had to cut her out of my show because she sounded exactly like Ada.
Okay. At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over. And life is like a storm. Oh, at last, the skies above are blue. And here we are in heaven. The night I looked at you. Oh, at last.
Okay, period. Periana to the period. Y'all hide your boyfriends. Hide your boyfriends, hide your man, because Fran is the one. Okay? So, since you have an ear for music, okay? Did you get a chance to hear your friend Ian's freestyle?
I did. That? He is, oh my God, like, Ian is the truth. Like, a true lyricist. I'm sorry. Like, boy got skills. I see you giving all that, but baby, talent is talent.
What did I give?
You, all that there, honey.
Girl! I ain't give none of that, girl. La, 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 la.
Oh, somebody said, I say there should be a J-Lon and Fran's versus. Bring it! Bring it! I can falsetto too, baby.
Well, let us hear.
Power. I can give power and I can do the falsetto, baby, because that's all she gives is falsetto.
Okay, so a lot of people want to know how you got on the show. How did you get on the show?
Well, it wasn't my 388 followers. You know, I guess it was my looks. You see these looks? That's what did it, girl.
You must be the face and the ass of the show.
Nah. But listen, honestly, honey, I came on this show to be able to depict myself and to be able to be a replica of myself and to, you know, show the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm a work in progress. I'm not coming on like you and the rest of the crew acting like I've arrived. I'm established. I'm here. Sweetheart, what are you chasing and why are you chasing? If you already this,
girl,
and this,
girl, you don't know anything about me. Just because I'm established don't mean that I'm not chasing, girl. Just because you clocking bags don't mean that they can't get bigger, girl. That's how you know that, girl, Miss Mama ain't really got it like that, because you making it up. Okay, ain't nobody with money said it ain't gonna tell you that they don't need no more.
Of course.
More money, more problems. You always gonna need more money.
Of course.
But
speaking of money, being
established don't mean that you don't need no money.
But speaking of that, going back to the whole situation where you, and I think somebody else was like, oh, I make 6 figures. You seen the tax return. What was it?
I seen the tax returns, but I told you how I feel. I want to see the bank accounts.
What? What?
Girl, it ain't about how much money you made. It's about how much
money is gonna show you. Nobody's gonna show you their bank.
I'll show you my bank account. You bring your bank statement, I'll bring my bank statement to the reunion.
Girl, I don't want to hurt you.
Girl, I don't want to hurt you.
Okay.
Because the girls want to make like the Official King Pain don't got no money.
I mean, that's what they're doing. Apparently,
I always say if it comes down to dollars and cents, the Official King Pain gonna make it happen. And that's on Periana.
I'll say this because I feel like talking about money is irrelevant.
Well, girl, you the one that pulling out the Discover card and the tax statements. Like, that's you. Ain't nobody else got on the show.
She said,
Jayla
said, them fake ass. No, wait. She said, them fake ass tax statements, girl. Girl. You on social media with a GoFundMe, living in your car. Girl, shut up. Next question.
My. Well, I can confirm that she doesn't live in her car. Okay.
Well, baby, she definitely
don't know anything about the GoFundMe.
She definitely don't live in LA, baby. She definitely don't live in LA. She lives in Vegas where the rent is cheap and where a lot of other things are legal. So we know how she making that income, baby.
Nobody said that you have to live in LA to chase LA. Because there's some producers that don't live in LA either.
Absolutely. This is not chasing Wyoming. This is not chasing Stockton or San Francisco. I live in LA County. And if a bitch don't live in LA County, that means you can't maintain. If it's too much of a struggle to pay your rent, go get rent assistance.
Well, girl, I heard you talking about living in LA County. I think you live right up the street from me. How you like living in Sherman Oaks and the North Hills and stuff? Because we live in the same area.
Okay. I mean, that's what you say. I can show the receipt. Just like them tax returns.
You can pull up. I invited you to my house, girl. You didn't pull up.
When you invited me to your house?
When we were supposed to work on some music.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but you never got back to me in the first of all, honey. So let's get that straight.
No.
You was up in Stockton.
Remember, I got back to you. You said it didn't work out because something with you and your boyfriend.
It could be.
Speaking of you and your boyfriend, you recently caught him in your closet. Girl.
I didn't catch him in the closet. Correction.
Oh, what was in the closet, girl?
Didn't you watch episode 3?
Yeah, I did. So it was either him or somebody else. The only reason I brought it up is because you said that you were in an open relationship, and since this is an LGBT show, and we also it's part entertainment and then it's also part educational. Let us know, educate us on how that works as an LGBT binary person.
As far as being
non-binary
in an open relationship or non-binary?
Yes, how is that? How is that being? No, how is it being non-binary and being in an open relationship?
Let's see. Okay, so being non-binary is someone who, however you wake up, and I'm speaking for myself, however you wake up, that's who you are. You see what I'm saying? Of course,
do you wake up sometimes and feel like you guys are together and wake up sometimes and feel like you guys are not together? Like, is there two sides? Like, is he dating just one side of you?
It's not conforming to the basic gender roles of male nor female. A lot of people, look at men that wear makeup as gay men but those are replicas of the cis woman tradition. You see what I'm saying? Who to say that makeup was created for women? You see what I'm saying? So for me, if I feel like wearing makeup or if I don't feel like wearing makeup, that's me. You see what I'm saying? It's not me being a gay male, or I just don't believe in labels. I just feel like everyone is
unique. You said on the show, you said also in that interview that when you have your makeup on, you don't see nobody else. Like, you're the one when you got that makeup on.
You know it ain't.
What you look like without makeup?
Baby, what do you think? What do you think? I'm Puerto Rican and black, baby.
Girl, this is me with no makeup. I look like...
Girl,
all the time, girl.
I wouldn't do it, girl. I would leave that alone.
Just like this.
Girl. Girl, I ain't got time for you, girl.
Well, Fran, I had so much fun hanging out with you today. You definitely kept it lit. You brought that energy. That's why you on the show. That's why I want them to keep you around, because you ain't no pussy hole. You know what I'm saying? I never got that from you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you have a lot of talent. You know, I feel like you can break into the modeling industry. Like, you know, I feel like you deserve to be on the show. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people was questioning why I'm on the show, and right now, that's why I'm doing all of this to let people know this is why the official King Pain is on the show. Who else can do what we just did right now? That's on the show.
It's live. It's live.
It's live. It's lit.
It's raw. It's real. It's unfiltered. It's unbothered. It's wrong, but it's also perfect. So it is what it is. It's life, baby. And I don't get wrapped up into all the noise, you know, what the viewers got to say, you know what I'm saying? Because in the end of the day, people tune into reality to see the drama. I'm not saying that it's always the best way to go. There has to be substance. I have fought and been very vocal about having substance on the show. But at the same time, you're not tuning in to see Nene Leakes go do a photo shoot. You want to see her chop a bitch head off, period.
And that's just on period. As far as modeling, what can we expect to see from you in the near future?
Well, I just finished my song, the one that I kind of wanted to collaborate with you on months ago, but that didn't work out, and that's fine because it's beautiful.
You're trying it because, girl, you played me, girl. You didn't show up, girl. That was
girl, you played yourself. You didn't get.
Girl, I feel like you had a conversation with Andre, and Andre was like, "Girl, you better not go over there.
There you go.
Better not go over
there. Andre.
Girl, you the one made like you have to ask for permission to come on my show.
You gonna allow Andre to be the fall of you, honey? Because
girl, no, you the one said that you had to ask permission for him to come on, for you to come on my show.
Baby, it was a kiki. It was a kiki. Because we know how you love Andre.
Girl, it didn't feel like no kiki. It felt like a confirmation.
That's fine. If that's what you feel, I'm cool with that. Like I don't feel no type of way about that, baby. I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered by it. Girl. But it was a key.
Well, I just feel like you picked the wrong side because I could help you a lot more than Andre ever could.
Andre actually brought me to an opportunity where I was actually in a film. You know what I'm saying? He
How
does
much you
design.
got paid, girl?
He designs. He designs.
How much you got paid?
Don't worry about that. That's for my pocket. But you seen the tax return, so that's all that matters. But Andre, yes, you know, he's my biggest supporter, believe it or not. He's rooting for me. He understands my struggles.
I'm rooting for you too, girl.
Girl, please. You be talking mad shit on every interview you do about me and Andre. Mad, honey. You know it.
Oh, girl, I'm doing what you do. I'm just going with the narrative.
I don't talk about you, baby.
I'm just following the narrative.
Excuse me.
I'm doing what you do. You said that you follow the narrative of the show. I'm following the narrative of the show. If you could do it, I could do it.
But it's a difference. Hold on. It's a difference when we're live and interview. You see what I'm saying? Now, when we're on the show, that's one thing. I don't slander your name the way that you slandered my name. The way that you...
Girl, what interview, I said.
Girl, first of all, you let Alicia talk mad smack about me and Andre.
Did you get your name right?
I mean, hey, I don't know. That's her.
Okay, I made sure that she kept it respectful. I didn't let her slander you. How? You just slandered her by saying that you apologized to her and you didn't.
You don't think I
never received an apology from you? Would you like to apologize to Alicia right now? Live on the air.
Alicia, wherever you are in LA, whether it's outside of LA or inside of LA, I apologize. I know that I'm your storyline, sweetheart. But to put it all in perspective, what I said was incorrect. What I said was wrong. What I said, I apologize for misgendering you. But you will recognize my pronoun. You will not slander someone's name.
And you will introduce yourself with your pronouns so we know what they are.
It's Fran the one, baby. Y'all can continue to live in this world with labels. Okay? That's not who I am.
I mean, but if you get offended if someone calls you anything other than the pronouns you go by, you should let people know that.
I did let her know.
But you got mad and you also misgendered her.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Two wrongs don't make a right. You're mad because she misgendered you, so you went ahead and misgendered her. Like, and then you were the one that liked it. What they also cut out, I got a very good memory. That night, you kept on saying, decorum. 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 Where was your decorum? Okay, when she called you a man. Just because she misgendered you doesn't mean that you go. It's like tick for tat. You know what I'm saying? Like we all grown here. You know what I'm saying? And you want respect.
Well, I mean, I said like this. In that case, when he said you look like Missy Elliott, then you didn't have to turn around and say he looked like Akon.
I'm not the one preaching decorum. Girl, I preach a pussy hoe can never. Watch my show. Watch my show. I keep the lit. Now, if you know anything about this, you was the one preaching decorum. Girl,
like, girl, baby, y'all needed some decorum.
She must have started out with that word meant today.
You know why you needed decorum? Because you got a bitch like me out of my character. And when you get a bitch like me out of their character, I'm the wrong person to be around. And that goes for anybody. Okay? Oh.
So you the only one allowed not to have decorum?
Of course not. But I'm just telling you, she not only mispronoun me, but she made those drug accusations that you know about. When Jayla and I...
So I want to talk about what y'all was talking about in the bathroom, because I recently confirmed. Okay.
We want to talk about you, girl.
Hold on, because y'all be wanting to lie. I recently confirmed with somebody who was in the bathroom that y'all was indeed talking about us. Okay? Here's your chance to keep it 100. What was y'all talking about in the bathroom?
Honestly, how good we look.
Girl, please.
And that we got this.
Girl, please. I will tell you, okay, that you and Andre look like Super Flea and Super Tick that night, okay? I don't know if y'all went to the same DDs, okay, and tried to find the matching outfits, okay? But it was no. It was a no for me, okay? Y'all had to test all out. Like, y'all could have did some push-ups or something before y'all wore them T-shirts. I mean, like...
Girl, listen. But just know, according to the BMI, I'm the weight that I'm supposed to be. I'm healthy. I look good. And that's all that matters, baby.
You do.
Okay?
And you know what? And I absolutely believe that you will be a phenomenal model. And I look forward to seeing how you grow on the show. I'm gonna be there for all of your milestones. You know, if you invite me, you know what I'm saying. I very much so consider you a part of the family. You know what I'm saying. A family don't get along all the time.
Wait. What's up with Armand, honey?
What's the tea? What's tea?
What's
you know him?
What's his tea? What's his tea?
What, y'all friends? Y'all met before?
No, of course not. I just want to know, like, what...
he was just doing an interview.
Oh. What kind of guys are he into?
Oh, you like him. You think he's...
I didn't say that. I'm just asking the question.
Because you can date around because you're in an open relationship.
Does he identify as a gay male?
Oh, yes. He doesn't identify as non-binary. He's definitely a gay male, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, okay. You think he cute? You think my friend is cute? A lot of people say he bad.
What she say? It gives horseback. Jayla, girl, go find a job somewhere, girl.
What's your problem with Jayla?
I honestly, look, let me tell you. Ever since I had my issue with Alicia, Jayla has just been over there. Like, she didn't try to work nothing out with her and I. She didn't try to do any of that. Like, we both Hispanic. We represent the Hispanics on the show as well because we're mixed. I don't understand what her issue is. You know, I just know that Jayla comes off very immature. She comes off sort of insecure, and... You
said something about her looking like Megan Thee Stallion and Lizzo. What that's supposed to mean?
I mean, 1 minute, you just don't know which one she getting, you know, out of the two, you know? 1 minute
so when you say Lizzo, what is that giving?
So what do you think it gives?
Girl, it's not about what I'm thinking. It's about what you meant when you said it.
I'm just saying, this is the same girl that's, you know, on camera with Lauren England, but yet she told me in the studio that, you know, she looked better than both Lauren and Lil Kendra. Girl, bye. Them coins don't look better. She's talking some, she's 23. Girl, we know
I heard you told her a lot of stuff in the studio too. I believe at the studio, you was mad at Andre that day.
I was mad at Andre.
Yeah, you were feeling left out, left alone. You were feeling
Girl,
abandoned.
What am I, 5 or something?
You were feeling abandoned.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Me and Andre spoke on my way to the recording studio, honey, and he already told me about, you know, the noise. Girl, stop it. You are so obsessed with Andre. It's ridiculous.
What? Girl, obsessed with Andre? Really? You think so?
You want me to hook y'all up to do an interview, girl? You want that interview, don't it, girl?
Girl,
you want
I don't
that
have to do no interview with him.
That's who you want, girl.
Girl, please.
You know,
you are so funny.
You got
are
pulls,
so
I got
funny.
pulls.
What I want to know is where he got that.
I got pulls.
What I want to know is where he got that man's purse jacket from. That's what I want to know, okay?
Girl.
That's what I want to know. Ask that kickboxing cricket where he got that men's purse jacket from, because I want one in black, okay? And that's just on Periana, girl. You think I want Andre? Girl, I do not think about Andre. The only reason we're talking about Andre today is because since you met Andre, he has been an intricate part in your storyline. You've made sure that you kept close and you know, maintained a relationship with Andre more so than any other castmate on the show.
Is there something wrong with that? I mean, I'm mutual with everybody. But all I'm saying is like, if I click with somebody, that's who you want to click with. I mean, you can't fault somebody for that. You know, y'all didn't come off as receiving me as well either. You know, Quan thought I was this Beverly Hills bitch. You know, and
oh,
the girl,
you was talking about this Kim Kardashian shit. I mean, this Kim Kardashian shit, and you start flashing the booty like,
baby.
Okay. You gotta let them know, Fran the one. I know that's right. Fran said, "Let me walk for y'all, bro. Cause let me see you walk. What?
12K, honey. 12K.
Yes, it's about that time. So let the people know what you have coming and what they can expect from you before we get out of here, and how they can find you, and what's going on with your music to come.
Okay, so I just finished Good, which is the first single by me, the one. I'm so excited because Josh, my other half, actually wrote the song. He's a pianist as well, very talented, also can rap his behind off. He wrote a very beautiful song for me. I feel like the song, you know, is a replica of where I'm at in my life, with all the things that I've endured and overcame. As far as the modeling is concerned, there's a lot of brands that have been hitting me up on Instagram, and you know, I have commissions. So when you see the posts of the brands that I'm actually sponsoring, you know, make sure you guys get your discount codes, and, you know, help a bitch get on them heels, baby, because that's what I'm chasing. Dollars, not noise, not all the other stuff. It's irrelevant for me, okay? I want this. You ain't talking about this? Bye. Period. Okay? What else? Yeah, and the show, my rebirth shoot. Make sure you guys check out the rebirth shoot, which you will see on the show. A lot of people think I wasn't working. There's a lot to that with production, but guess what? What I gave is what the narrative is. What I gave is what I projected. I'm not here to blame nobody for, you know, how I look on the show or how I'm projecting on the show. It gave what it gave, and I'm grateful for the opportunity. I
personally feel like everybody was projected, except for Andre, and pretty much in the light that they were given that night. Okay, they really cut a lot of things that he was doing out. Like, no shade.
Girl, she said you paid $1,200. No, GoFundMe. I paid $12K. $12K. Butts by design, baby. That's where you gotta go. Butts by design. Go get your butt worked on, J-Lo.
You paid $12,000 for the booty.
Yes. How much you think it cost?
Oh, girl, mine was free.
I have a 401K, baby. Some girls don't know what that is.
Yeah, I just do squats.
Well, girl, apparently they're not working, girl. You need to do a little more. I can help you out in that department.
To me?
Yes.
Girl, please, no. I need Mr. Wooder Lee to come and help me out, okay?
So let me ask you a question,
I need to just go ahead and slide into his inbox, okay?
Before we end this, because I'm about to go do a spiritual thing. You know, I'm into that right now. What do you see from the show? And honestly, like, where are you at with the show? since you are a cast member?
I feel like they needed a bad guy. And I don't have no problem with being that. I'm very, I'm multidimensional. A lot. I always tell people I'm a very good friend and I'm a formidable enemy. Which means like a lot of people been saying that Fisher King Payne is very, very nice. Like he's a softy. You know what I'm saying? Like he's very sweet, but when you piss him off, okay, he can get ugly, and that's just on Piriana. So, as far as the show goes, I'm happy with the show. It looks very good in comparison to all the other brands. This is the best season they have ever had. I don't know why Ayala, Imani Van Zant, or whatever is hating like she's hating, but it's definitely some hate. I don't know if she has some underlying issues with Q, but girl, go back and watch season 1 of Atlanta. Go back and watch season 1 of Dallas. You can hardly hear it. It's inaudible. It was a mess. It was a hot ass mess.
We're season 1, and we already bringing all of this.
And we know what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like they think that it's up from here. They think, oh, why are we meeting them like this? This is how we all met. So of course they was gonna show y'all the real. Like this is how we met. That's how we met. Just like that. So that's what they showed y'all. And then, we went through the whole season. The whole season, if that's how we met, imagine how the rest of the season went. It was a continuous climb. It kept going up. Like it never came down. It never came down. All the way to the finale. Absolutely. It was up. So.
Absolutely. And I also want to let the viewers know that you have to also understand that we were dealing with COVID-19. Los Angeles has been shut down for the whole year just about in 2020. So we were trying to film and book things that were not attainable. So cut a bitch some slack. You see what I'm saying? Like we all was just living in uncertainty at that time. You know what I mean? So these other franchises, they shit was wide open. They states were wide open, baby. And we didn't have that luxury. So what we gave, I feel like we gave quality, we gave looks, we gave character. And to be honest with you, all 10 cast members, Jayla and Alicia included, are talented and it's beautiful. And I wish nothing but the best for them. And that's no tea, no shade, but keep it cute, girlfriend.
And that's just on Piriana. And you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Everyone on the cast is very talented. I would have to agree, except for one. But we're not gonna talk about that right now.
Oh, girl, girl.
What?
I'm gonna let Andre come style you, girl. She's an amazing
you said
stylist.
What?
Huh?
She's a stylist.
Yes.
I need somebody to fluff and fold my clothes.
I have seen boy at work like styling people on sets. I'm in one. D. Hawkins went to the same film, baby, and this dude is working. But I mean, I don't have to be his spokesperson because all you gotta do is just go to his page and you'll see it himself. You see what I'm saying? Like, dude is the shit. Like I give props where props to do. I think, like I said, episode 1 and 2, you was the most charismatic out of everybody. I don't have a problem with giving a bitch they props, but give a bitch they props too, baby.
Girl, I've been giving your props this whole show. I've been giving your props this whole show.
Girl, please. Girl, please.
I have been, girl.
But it's okay.
Girl.
It's okay. Like, I get it. Everybody want to be in the center instead of just working on the things that they want to work on, like, which is themselves.
No, I didn't want to be in the center. It kind of just happened. What happened was when we got there, how Andre was acting, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it was the liquor. Maybe he was drunk, like he said. But when he started standing above us, doing all this arm stuff, making like he was better than everybody there after he insulted everybody at the table, I was like, bitch, anybody. Like, I wasn't coming for the HBIC position, but I would be damned if that raggedy bitch got it. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, I don't give a fuck who it is, but bitch, you not the HBIC because I can't. I can't. Bitch, I refuse. I refuse for it to be you, bitch. It just can't be you. It can't be you. It could have been anybody else would have said, okay, girl, I probably would have went along with it. But
Andre?
No.
But he brings so much.
She was giving way too much.
He
Way too
brings so
much.
much to the
She
show,
was giving
though.
like she was better than us. Like her shit don't stink. Like she was living her dream and we was all chasing. Like she was a king and we was all peasants. She was giving way too much. And I was like, bitch, a pussy hole could never sit in my and play in my face like that. I don't give a fuck, bitch. I don't give a fuck. I'm not one of your little friends, okay? I don't know who dick you suck to get on this show, but you're not about to play in my motherfucking face. And that's just on period.
Well, I mean, like I said, you know, this is the conversation that you and he need to have. I don't see that being, you know, in the future as of now, but hopefully you guys can reach that point where you guys can sit
Girl,
down and
I'm
have
not
that.
worried about having no conversation with her. I'm not
Why,
worried about having no conversation with her. If
why
she want to
not?
come and have a
You bring
conversation
her
with me,
up so
tell
much,
her to call me. I'm not against it, but I'm not looking for it either.
but you bring her up so much, though. You do.
Girl, I could care less about her. Honestly, I don't ever bring her up. Never. Ask all of my friends, ask anybody on the show. I don't never talk about her raggedy ass. You know, when we go to green screens, okay, I always, something about me, I like to go, I'll be busy during the day, so I like to do my shit after hours. So I'll always be like the last person to do my green screens. I guess Andre be busy during the day too, so she try to be the last one too. So our green screens always be like this. When I get to green screens, she gotta have everybody come walk her outside like she needs security. Like I've been trying to beat her up or something, or like I'm so worried about her, bitch. And girl, like, what you think I'm about to chase your Uber down? She don't even have no car. Like I'm not
Who
worried
don't got a
about
car?
Andre.
Who don't got a car?
Miss Andre, she don't ever be pulling up in it. It
Baby,
must don't move.
she has a BMW.
It
What are you
must don't
talking about?
move. It must be a
Huh?
rental car.
Because no, baby, it's
She
her
ain't never
car.
pulled up to no scenes, to
It's
nothing, no green screens, and nothing in no car.
because she drinks and she's responsible and she's not about to crash her BMW. That's why.
Oh, okay. So she's an alcoholic. So she
I
leaves the car
mean, we
parked
all
so
are,
that she
baby.
can, so that she
We
can.
all
So
drink.
she Ubers to the scenes and she Ubers to green screen. Like who needs to Uber to green screen because they
So does
drink?
Jeremy. Jeremy Ubers.
Jeremy don't have no car.
But okay, so what? That don't mean you ain't got your shit together just because you ain't got no car, girl.
Girl.
Baby, Jeremy living a 3,000.
Jeremy is not on the show talking about he not chasing. Jeremy is very much so still chasing. Andre's on the show making like she living her dream. If you living your dream, you should be carred out. You should have a driveway full of cars. Girl, you should have own your home. Okay? And that's just on period. You should have a lot more going on than a free reality show for you to be living your dream. Like she gave. And then for a girl that's living her dream, she didn't have nothing for us to do in LA. Bitch, you run LA, but you don't know no spots. You don't know nothing to do. Nothing. Whenever the ball fell in her court to get the girls together, she was like, "Bro, I don't know." Everybody was looking for me to get the girls together.
She brought us all together for love and hate. That was her event.
Girl, we're not even going to talk about the dollar store event.
Girl, see.
It was giving me very
girl,
much,
you being nasty, girl.
99-cent store.
You being nasty, girl. You being nasty, honey. Because I can assure you that event there will be the highlight of Chasing LA season 1.
I can assure you.
I can assure you that.
Maybe until they get to my event. Okay, maybe up until they get to my event. Up until they get to my event, you won't see nothing from the dollar store at my event.
Wait a minute, girl.
You won't see nothing from the dollar store at my event.
I mean, I'm not around here worrying about what people, spend their money on.
What I'm saying is the girls make like they're balling out of control. They're living their dream. They got all this money, but they invite us to an event and there's dollar store shit everywhere. Like, how much money do you really have?
Girl, I mean,
like, don't do that. Like, don't make it up. Like, I never got on the show making like I had so much money. I never made like I was better than anybody else. I didn't come for the spot. But when I seen the spot was available, I sat my ass down. I said, oh, bitch, ain't nobody here. Ain't nobody here. Ain't nobody talking. Ain't nobody doing shit. So I might as well run the room. I might as well shake the table up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Miss Andre was giving too much. And that's why I came for her.
Well, it seemed like y'all got some, you got some deep-rooted issues with Andre, and that's something
Girl,
you
I don't
need to
have
have a
no issues
conversation
with
with her
that.
about.
I don't have no issues with Miss Thing Thing.
But anyway, what's the background, girl? Give me the key on the background. What's the Jack Daniels? What am I seeing?
Oh, girl, this is my bar. I have a bar over here, girl. This is my old set. This is old. I have like a lounge here in the Bay Area. So I'm just filming from the lounge. This is my little bar right here. One of my subscribers paid me that. That's my logo, the lituation. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just here and this I'm out here right now because I have some events this weekend to go to. So that's why I'm recording from this location. But I have a whole nother location in LA. Okay, I have 2 places.
Oh, I mean that requires a lot, baby, because rent is not cheap here. So
Okay, and that's just on period. Not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you better have a zip code here, baby, because it's not chasing Stockton, honey.
Oh, Jayla was trying to come on to the live, girl. No, this is the interview. This is not a confrontation. Okay. But I'm more than willing to have you back on the show soon, sis, and we can talk about it. Maybe after episode 6 or 7. Okay? But it was so good speaking with you today, Fran. Is there anything that you feel like we left out or that you want to put out there?
Not really, but I'll just say going forward, you need to be a little bit fair. I expect what I expect from you just simply because that's who you are. I get it. It does not bother me. I give 2 fucks. I'm still getting paid. All I'm saying is be your own voice. Be your own person.
I will be.
And how you allow Armand to change your whole thought process of who you felt should not be on a cast member. It kind of said a lot about.
No, that was his opinion. I never said that.
I'm not mad at him. I don't know him. I'm talking about
I never
you.
said that. I never said
around the rose. He went around the rosy, baby, and you kept saying everybody. And then true to form, girl, King folded up. King Payne folded up.
No, B. Not true to no damn form. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I never said. Show me the clip. After the show,
I'm not
go back.
That hour-long
go
clip, girl.
Go back. Screen record and send it to me because I never said that. I never said I didn't see it for you, Fran. I never said that you shouldn't make it on the show. That was his opinion, and we'll just leave that right there. Like I said, as far as modeling go, I definitely see it for you. What was we talking about, girl? Here you go. You keep on going back to that. I was talking about, talking about being fair. As far as being fair, girl, I'm going to ask you the same thing, girl, with you and Andre, girl. Don't allow whatever me and Andre got going on to stop you from being my friend. Because I feel like that's the reason we haven't connected all season, because of your affiliation with Andre.
Well, I take the word friend. I take the word friend very seriously. So I can honestly say that this year I called Andre my friend. Last year, he just was somebody that I was cool with and I connected with and we bonded, and that led to a friendship. So as far as you and I can only go off what you give me, what your dissertation is, honey, towards me. I've never said anything bad about you. You always equating me with Andre. Okay, I'm too unique to be.
You equated yourself with Andre. You the one, but when
and I'm
gonna
continue,
for Andre, you picked up a whole chair and threw it at somebody for Andre.
Huh?
You picked up a whole chair and threw it at somebody for Andre.
Who threw a chair?
That'll have nothing to do with you. But that's the conversation for later on.
See, girl.
That's the conversation for later on.
See, girl, you is too much, honey. You.
No, that was in the trailer, honey. That was definitely in the trailer.
Oh, well, a lot of things are in the trailer, and a lot of things.
You didn't see you pick up that chair in the trailer?
I don't know what you're talking about, girl. I plead the fifth.
My. Well, girl, it was so great having you on the show today. I hope to have you back soon. You can't believe, I think this was out of everybody I've interviewed, this was the best interview. I had the best time here tonight. You got very thick skin, and I just like to commend you for coming through, because I know it's not an easy thing to be, to have to address all the issues and the things that happen on the show. Okay, so yeah. With that being said, any final words?
Thank you for having me, and I wish you the best. I hope your journey continues to, prosper
Girl, you can at least
as
mean it
the
when you
rest of the
say it.
cast. Huh?
You can at least mean it when you say it.
I do mean it, girl. I'm saying it. I'm here, girl. Now let me call Andre so, girl, we can keep up with the Kiki. Bye.
Okay. You better call Andre and let him know what you said, girl. All right.
Girl,
Until
you is
next
Miss
time.
Thing. Miss Thing, work your issues out with girlfriend, please, because
Girl,
she's not all that you think she is. I just think that you got a problem with her. So you need to address those issues with her. Okay.
My Instagram hasn't changed.
I mean, why he got to reach out to you? You the one with the problems. He don't go around talking about you.
My. Girl, I've never talked about her.
Girl, all your interviews is mentioning Andre.
No, maybe this one. Well, honestly, okay, so this is the breakdown, okay? This is the breakdown, and we talk about things that wasn't shown on camera. And the reason I came up with this concept is because there was a lot of things that Andre did that wasn't shown on camera. And you came on here and confirmed out of your own mouth that we had met outside of filming, okay? And me and Andre were cordial. Andre decided to make it up, decided to go behind my back, talk mess, go on camera, have solo scenes, talking mess, you know what I'm saying? The whole time he's been coming for me, girl. And you're going to see it. Continue to watch the show. Everybody continue to watch the show. I never bring you hoes up. For why? What you eat don't make me shit. Y'all don't pay none of my bills. Okay? I confront people head on. If I got something to say to a bitch, I'm gonna tell her when I see her. I'm not gonna waste my camera time talking about you, her, or anybody else. The reason I'm talking about her right now is because she was misrepresented on that show. Okay? She's a self-hating Negro. Okay, because she feels like this being dark-skinned is somehow nasty or ugly or what have you. When I called her icon, she proceeded to call me black ass this and black ass that. And I just don't get it, because if she not darker than me, she just as dark as me.
Wait. When did he say that you was dark and ugly, girl? I don't recall him saying that. And
he didn't say I was dark and ugly. He said black ass this, black ass that. Quan said the dark and ugly statement.
And you agreed with him.
No. What I said was that Andre is self-hating and Andre is self-doubting. He doubts himself because of his skin color. And that's why he settles for being a stylist instead of doing something like more mainstream, like being an actor, an artist, or a singer, or anything like that. He's comfortable with dressing hoes up because he knows he don't look good in those clothes.
Okay, girl. But I will say
But you do though, girl. He should style you, take some pictures of you, girl. You can make a lot of money, honey. Get that money off the floor, baby. Girl, okay?
Girl, look, I will say this. You need to go back and look at the footage you did with Armand Wiggins and see yourself saying that he is dark and ugly. So for you to say that.
Yeah, he is. Those are two facts.
I'm confused, but why are you, projecting that type of,
I'm dark, but I'm not ugly.
Oh, okay.
What does dark have to do with being ugly? That's why Quan looks like a colorist, because you can't associate being dark with ugly. He grouped us together, and that's why he appears to be a colorist. You can't group two people together and call them ugly based on the color of their skin. That's like saying that all light-skinned people is ugly.
Well, Andre is not ugly. Andre is not ugly.
For little or less words, he said all dark-skinned people are ugly, and that's not true.
Did you see the last confession? Did you see Andre's last confession?
If I said that Andre is dark and ugly, then I'm not a colorist because he is dark and ugly. Those are two facts. But if I say that Andre and Jeremy are two dark-skinned men and they're both ugly, then I would appear to be a colorist because I'm associating being dark-skinned with being ugly. You get the difference?
Girl, you look, y'all are just hitting below the belt. And let me just say this, there's nothing ugly about Andre. Andre's skin is silk.
His attitude, his personality,
I mean,
his inside.
That's what you can judge somebody off of. That's what you can judge somebody off
Yeah,
of.
that's what I'm judging it off of. I never judged him off of his looks. I'm judging him on the way that he acts, and that's why I called him a sissy. Because he acts like a sissy. Have I ever called you a sissy?
I mean, that's not my pronoun, baby.
No, I never called you a sissy. Because you don't act like no sissy. He acts like a sissy, and that's why I called him one. He said he called me Missy Elliott because I look like Missy Elliott. I called him a sissy because he acts like a sissy. And that's just on period.
Well, hopefully somewhere down the road, y'all can work that thing out.
I hope so.
I don't see it happening on his part. I think he don't feature you. And
I don't feature her either. That's not my cup of tea. I would never hang out with her in real life.
Okay.
She can't sit with me.
Well, just leave it at that then. Don't use all
and that's just on Periana.
Do not use all your energy.
I'm not interested in extending an olive branch because I already extended it and she turned it down. So I'm not big on second, third, fourth chances and shit like that. I gave her plenty of chances and I don't fuck with her. And I just don't, she don't fuck with me. I don't fuck with her and that's just on period.
And that's okay.
Who is she? Who is she?
It's okay.
She fluffs and folds clothes.
She all about Andre.
She does laundry.
She all about Andre.
Who is she? She ain't nobody. She's
girl.
Behind the scenes. She's back up.
Girl, are you mad at Andre, girl?
I'm not. She could at least try. She's so cute. She's so thin, trim and in. Why don't she model her own clothes?
I mean, when you're an entrepreneur.
She don't got not one picture of herself modeling her own clothes. But she's
actually,
thin,
she does.
trim,
actually,
and in. She's thin, trim, and in.
Actually, he does. He does have pictures of him modeling his own clothes. So, I mean, again, you don't follow him.
Girl, that's Santee Alley shit. All that shit came from the Santee Alley.
Girl, okay.
I got proof. What? I got receipts. Don't even come up here capping because I'll pull them out. I'll pull them out right now.
Girl, I mean, we all got receipts on everybody.
I'll pull the receipts out right now.
Well, I feel like you need to leave that conversation for you and him and not on my time, not on my dime. So, yeah, with that being said.
Can we expect any clothes from you coming? Do you have like a clothing line or, you know, what?
I was in the works of this brand that I'm trying to get established with my best friend Casual, who follows the franchise very, like, on it. So he's an amazing guy, entrepreneur, sells a lot of dogs and things like that, got his own house business and things. We're in works of working with this designer who's going to make this brand for me called Arrivo. And I'm very excited about that. So it's going to be more like jogger wear, though, like jogger wear. You know, I love to like.
I see you like writing like a book or something. You're interested in like writing like a book or something? Like an autobiography?
Why do you see that? You feel like there's so many layers?
You just seem very intellectual. When I seen your interview with Lou, I was like, "Oh, girl, Miss Mama just know how to talk." Like I was like, "Okay, she."
I mean, Alicia called me the teacher. Alicia called me the teacher for a reason. Like I said, I don't bother anyone. I don't have an issue with no one. But when you been ugly,
that's what I was saying. I was like, that night, Fran was quiet. Like I don't even know where that came from until the whole man comment. Like you were like cool all night, and then like that man comment turned you up. You was like, girl, if I'm the man, you's a man.
No, you need to be fair. She made drug allegations about
that came after the men comment.
No ma'am, baby.
Yes, the drug allegations came after you guys came back from the bathroom. The way I remember is because I'm the one that cracked it off when y'all came from the bathroom because I was like, you bitches don't need to go to the bathroom in no group.
No, what happened was...
We all just met while y'all in the bathroom in a group. Like
the reason why she interrupted, the reason why I asked to speak, like have a one-on-one with her and she felt I was interrupting her and saying women are speaking, men are not, is because Jayla was addressing that issue with her. And I was like, yeah, why would you say that about me when you don't even know me? So then she said, excuse me, women are talking. I don't address gay men.
Well, you called her the princess from Coming to America. I can understand why she didn't want to talk to you.
Why?
Because you called her the princess from Coming to America.
Girl, where are you getting these facts from, girl? Like what?
You don't remember saying that to her?
Baby,
You were that drunk.
I don't think it. Again, is it on footage?
It is. They didn't put it. See, just because they didn't show it in the show doesn't mean that it did not happen.
Show me the receipts, because I don't see it.
I don't have the receipts, but I know what you said because I was there.
If you don't got no receipts, then it's void. It's irrelevant. It's expired. It's exhausted.
Girl,
it's absolute.
See, and that's my problem with this show, because the girls like to make like, oh, if it wasn't on camera, then it didn't happen. And that's why the girls are confused, because
baby, you got to prove
y'all kind of make like
you got to prove it in the court of law.
All of that, but in reality, there's some nasty people on the show, and a lot of the nastiness was cut out in editing.
I mean,
and that's just on period.
In the end of the day, you got to prove it in the court of law, baby. And what you can't prove ain't happen. What you ain't prove ain't happen. Cause the viewers don't know that. That's all I'm saying. They don't.
But it happened. But I don't recall calling her that. If I called her that, if I misgendered her from coming to America.
Let me just say this: if I misgendered someone, you don't think I would take ownership of calling her a lesser, name? Like, girl, come on. I don't.
Well, you were just trying to explain that. You wasn't trying to say she wasn't a queen. You were just saying that she was given the princess. And no shade to Alicia. No shade to anybody. You said what we all was thinking. Okay.
Let me just say this thing. Before we go,
like, stop it.
But let me just say this. Let me just say this. Since you brought up that restaurant scene, right? Remember the restaurant where me, you, Quan, and Andre sat down? Since you like to bring up things off camera, you remember you had the conversation and you told Andre and Quan and I that, yeah, I get tired of him, Jayla talk about that woman stuff all the time. Like, it drives me crazy. I'm a woman. Like, girl, no, you're not. Did you get that kind of tea?
Bitch, no, I did not.
It's not on footage. But you said it, though. You said it, though. Y'all, and Jayla, I hope you there because you are. Miss Thing came for you, baby.
And I'm not even going to edit it out. I'm going to leave it there because, girl, I didn't say that. What I will say is that as far as the whole trans experience, Jayla has been educating me because Jayla is honestly my first trans friend. Like, I have another friend that's a cross-dresser who's like my sorority sister. But Jayla is my first trans friend, like my friend that's actually that's went through the transition. And she's been educating me on everything. So
as we all should be. Yeah. I mean, because in the end of the day, there's no doubt that trans women are going under, and the violence against them is just not appropriate, and I think everybody can see that. But I think what this show is
showing, non-binary
hold on, let me finish. I just want to say this point.
Umbrella.
Let me just say this, because I think in the end of the day, what this show shows and what it's depicting is that even in the community, even in this environment that we're in, there's a dark side to it, because the viewers, they always saying, oh, transphobic and colorism, but yet they still saying all these egregious things up right back at us. So it's kind of contradicting in a sense. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that we need to be educated as well. And we can't keep coming after the trans girls in a way that is offensive.
As a non-binary person, is trans. I keep hearing you make like there's a separation.
There is a separation. Because I'm not trans.
How so? Because you feel like as a non-binary person, you could come for the girls, even though you appear to be a boy. So how is there a difference? Like, you guys are going, like, there's so many similarities in your stories, in your experience. Do you feel like because you're non-binary that you can go head to head with the girls?
I can go head to head. I can go.
You ready to fight them? Throw cheers at them.
Listen, it's not about going head to head with anyone. Let's correct that. It's about understanding that there's a double standard, is what I'm saying. Just like
so
with
you have a double standard. You feel the double standard right now is lying with you being non-binary and falling under the trans umbrella. You feel like because you're non-binary,
who falls on the trans umbrella?
Myself and none of the other
no. listen,
got
sweetie,
into it with Jayla or Alicia in the way that you and Andre got into it. We never tried to physically attack them, didn't throw anything at them or do anything like that. That's what you and Andre did. Y'all physically attacked the girls because y'all feel like girls, right?
King, listen, let me just explain it so you can be able to understand and the people watching can be able to understand is what I'm saying. Okay. Trans people conform to the social norm of the biological, sex. So a trans woman, for instance, they're conforming to the gentrification of a cis woman. You see what I'm saying? A trans man is conforming to the ideology of a cis male, which is considered heterosexual, right? Non-binary is saying, no, we don't conform to any labels. We do not conform to any intersection. We are ourselves. How I feel, how I dress is not a replica to say that I'm a gay male. You see what I'm saying? I don't conform to that. I don't conform to labels. That's what it stands for, sweetie.
I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
After hearing what you're saying, I and this is my opinion, okay, I do believe that you are a bit transphobic simply because you just tried to say that I said that Jayla is not a woman, she's a man. And girl, I never said that.
So you don't recall
I never said
you don't recall being at the table.
Jayla feels like a woman and I feel like she a man. I don't give a fuck what she feel like. I never said that, Fran.
Okay. No,
Fran, associate, however you want to play it. I never said that. And that's my thing with this whole show. People putting words into my mouth.
Let me refresh your memory.
The reason that it's not going to work is because I have an audience and they know me already. If I had an issue with trans women, it would have came out already.
Let me refresh your memory.
I've been having this audience for years. Let me refresh your memory.
Let me refresh your memory. I never said that you were transphobic or anything like that. What I said was when we was at that restaurant, since you like to bring up narratives about what is not on footage, I was just trying to point out to you what you said, that yes, sometimes it's hard to understand the trans woman because your issues.
I told you.
Let me finish. Allow me to finish.
Jayla has been educating me on the trans experience. That's what I told you. And Jayla knows that as well because she is my friend and we talk. I told you that Jayla has been educating me. I was telling you that I was unaware of certain things. I never told you that I believe in my head that Jayla is a man. It don't matter what I believe. All that matters is what she believes.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. But I'm just trying to say to you, since the narrative that we were just having was things that are said that are not shown on camera.
The narrative that we were having is playing along with the narrative that's being displayed on camera. You said earlier in the show that the reason you said the things that you were saying is because you were playing along with the narrative of the show.
Okay, girl, you ain't gone left field. All I'm saying is this. When we sat down at that restaurant, you did let Quan, Andre, and myself, and you said when you and Jayla was driving to Vegas, y'all went out. How the fuck I know that? Y'all was in Vegas and y'all was in the car.
For Quan's birthday.
She just said, girl, I'm a woman. And you was like, girl, I'm tired of all this woman stuff, girl. And you gave the impression like, girl.
No, I gave to you that trans women feel like they are living heterosexual lifestyles. And what I told you and what I told Jayla, what I told you and I told Jayla, no, you're not going to miss my words. What I said is, it bothers me. And this is the conversation that I have with Jayla in private. I said that it bothers me that when trans women transition, they disconnect from the gay experience. They be like, oh, leave me out of that gay shit.
True.
Or them gay boys. Or that faggot shit. That's what they say. That's what I said.
That's true.
I never said that's that correct. She's not a woman.
That's correct. You did say that. That's correct. However, you gave the impression there that her coming off as, girl, I'm a woman, sort of disvalidated that she felt that way when you was in Vegas with her. That's how we felt. That's what you was projecting. That's all I'm saying.
That's how y'all felt. That's neither here or there. Bitch, that's not what I said. That's how y'all felt. That's y'all opinion. What was said was that trans women, when they go through the transition and they're unclockable, okay, they feel like, girl, leave me out of all things gay and LGBT because I live a heterosexual lifestyle. And I just feel like, you know, I feel like we all the same. That's my personal opinion. That's what I expressed. But I'm glad that you brought it out because, girl, I stand in everything I said. I don't talk about my people that I love like that behind my back.
Let me just correct everybody. You did not call her a man. I'm not saying you did. What I said was you gave the projection by that conversation that you had a problem with her always.
Girl, I can't control what you imagine in your head. You said projection. That means you imagine that shit. I didn't say that shit. You imagined it.
No, that's what you said, sweetie. That you just said you said it.
That's what you imagine, girl. That's what you imagine, baby.
Just own your shit. That's all I'm saying.
Girl, I own my shit. I own my shit.
But I'm saying, I mean, Jay, look, in the end of the day, going forward, I don't have an issue with Jayla nor Alicia. They are beautiful, strong women. I wish them the best. I think Alicia slayed in that goddamn confessional. I think Jayla is a beautiful, talented girl. I wish them the best. And going forward, I will never cross this line in terms of making them feel any type of transphobic, you know, energy from me. Whether they accept that or not, I'm still going to be all right. I'm okay. All I'm saying is that they have to also remember there are people who do not conform to labels. I do not conform to the cis male nor cis woman. I'm me. That's what non-binary is. We do not conform to the
and that's male. That brings me back to my question. Is that why you feel like it's okay to fight?
It's not about. Women? It's not okay to misgender anybody, but it's also not.
No, not misgender. To fight with women. Is that why it's okay for you to fight with women? Because
you never fought with a woman before. You never fought with a woman before.
No.
Oh, really?
Physically. Picked up a chair and threw it at her? No.
Really?
I've never thrown a chair at a woman in my life.
Well, first of all, I didn't throw a chair at her, so don't put that out there, baby. I didn't throw a chair.
You picked it up. What was you supposed to do with it?
Well, baby, because you know why? Because I seen somebody bigger than me, twice my size, coming at me, baby.
Did somebody tell you to pick up the chair?
Somebody twice my size was coming at me.
Did somebody tell you to pick up the chair?
Of course not. I pick up the chair on any hoe. That go for any hoe. Don't ever get it twisted, baby. Don't ever.
So somebody twice your size was coming at you?
Huh?
Who's twice your size?
A lot of people.
Girl.
I'm a little woman. I'm a little girl. I'm a little boy. I'm a little gay guy. Whatever you want to call me, right? So therefore, it was in defense. Okay? Just keep that in mind. That's where that came from, baby.
I know that's right. Okay.
So you call it what you want to call it.
I'm not here
judging you, baby.
I'm just here. I'm not
here
judging you.
But keep in mind, this is not a Quavo and old girl situation here, baby. Okay? These are the cast that we deal with are conditional. Like you said, we all the same when it comes to that. I don't put my hands on anybody. They know what they be doing. Okay, if you want to be projected and you want to act like, you know, and you want to be respected in a certain light, then you shouldn't be physically assaulting nobody to have nobody pick no chair up on you. You see what I'm saying? Because you would have been in jail for what you did, for throwing a drink on somebody. In some states, that's called simple assault. A misdemeanor.
Not in California.
Well, it don't matter where you at. She don't live in California, baby, so she could have got charges in Vegas. Okay?
Yeah,
so chase that
already. He said she
don't
live in California, baby. I'm so through with you, Fran. She said she don't live in California, baby. Fred, you one of those girls that had to have the last word, huh?
I know.
You definitely one of those
like
girls
I said, girl, I'm mutual with anybody. I could sit down with Alicia, like at the finale. You know, Alicia and I, we didn't have no beef. I hugged her and everything. Like after I got off the phone with old girl, Jayla, I got off the phone with Alicia. We both, you know, we all three FaceTime each other. I told them that I apologize. We had that conversation. So for them to continue this on, that's because they want a narrative. They want to feel like victims. What I said was incorrect. It was wrong, and it would be the last time that I bring this shit up. Okay, but like I said, respect is due
Now,
both
I believe
ways.
that. Now, that sounds believable. That sounds genuine. Now, I believe that. Okay, and I'm glad that you had that moment here, okay, at the lituation. Now, I can accept that. I can
Absolutely.
accept that. That's real. That came from a real place. You wasn't
Right.
smiling. You were serious when you said that shit. And
Absolutely.
I believe you.
Absolutely.
So, I no longer think that you're transphobic. I think that you just had an error in judgment.
Absolutely. Absolutely, baby. I was, you know, I was drinking, and you know, it was incorrect. You know, there is no, you know, trying to justify that. But at the same time, there was egregious allegations being thrown out there. And when you on the battlefield with a Virgo, baby, and when you're on a battlefield with somebody who understands the trans struggle, and who understands the gay struggle, and who understands, you know, all the struggles that come with being in the LGBTQ plus ABCYZ, honey, you understand it. You see what I'm saying? That's why I say I'm authentically me. I'm not going to conform to none of that bullshit. Respect is respect. If you want it, you will get it from me. But if you come on that battlefield, you better get ready for whatever. Because I'm a survivor, baby. And that's how I end that shit. Okay?
I know that's right.
I got some things to do, girl.
All right, friend. And I know that's right. I'm going to talk to you soon. Thank you for coming on the lituation and keep breaking it down for us, okay? I really appreciate you. You kept it real. You kept it lit. Like I said, this is the best interview that I had still. I still believe that. And I would love to have you back on the show soon. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna call Andre to see, you know.
Yeah, you gotta call Andre and make sure it's all right. You gotta call Andre and ask for permission. Did you ask Andre for permission before you come back on the show? Okay.
Well, girl, you the one right here telling me a bitch clout chase, girl. What I got the clout chase for, baby? I follow Andre.
Well, girl, I just feel like
Andre. Let me tell you something, and I'm gonna end it like this. Andre's a real bitch, a real friend. My mom has been sick. I have been dealing with it. And she has been the only one that have really reached out to me during these difficult times. That's why,
girl,
you call it what you want to call it. That's the real heart there. You just ain't able to experience that because of whatever you got going on. But if Andre's a real cool person to approach. So if you having those issues, girl, you really need to look at yourself and see what's going on, because the boy is not what you are giving him. He's not.
You just gotta have the last word. And you know why I know you gotta have the last word? Because after you said that shit to Alicia at the dinner, you got up to the table talking about it. That goes for any pussy hoe out this motherfucking table. I was like, girl, please. Fran tried to walk off all dramatic, girl, please. You ain't said shit all night. So
let me tell you this.
You said is that goes for any pussy asshole at this motherfucking table. You was a motherfucking quiet as a motherfucking mouse that motherfucking night until that issue with Alicia transpired.
Girl, well, I didn't feel like there was anything for me to be vocal about. You know what I mean? No one had an issue with me. Let me just say this. I'm an equal opportunity offender.
I just feel like you found your moment.
No, I mean, I wasn't looking for a moment. I feel like, honestly, the issue that Alicia and I had was the most organic. That's the truth. These are accusations she said about me. I didn't say, if a person's mute the whole time and she throwing daggers at somebody's out there doing drugs and she mispronouncing the bitch, what am I supposed to say? Get with her and kumbaya and everything be all right? No, this is the battlefield.
You were supposed to educate her on your pronouns in a very respectful way.
Baby, I didn't have a chance. I didn't have a chance. And later on, I you know, let her know what my pronouns were. But at that moment, I wasn't given a chance because she kept yelling. She kept assuming. And to be honest with you, I wasn't trying to give her my pronoun then. I already told her I don't identify as a gay male. I ain't got to give you shit or tell you anything about me. If I tell you that's not what I identify as, then that is your answer. You see what I'm saying?
So are you sorry or are you not sorry?
Of course I'm sorry. I don't ever want, my best friend is trans. Who wakes up wanting to offend anybody? That's not in my DNA. No. But like I said, you on that battlefield, you better be ready, baby. And that go for any, like you said, pussy hoe on here. Period.
A pussy hoe could never. A pussy hoe could never. Well, it's been so great having you on the show. At this time, I like to say bye, girl. I got some things going on tonight. I'm about to go out to the club and keep it lit.
Wait,
where you at?
Where you at? Where you in Stockton?
I'm in San Francisco.
Oh.
Yeah, hey, just come out here sometime. Turn out.
We gonna have to talk to production about
You
this.
gotta ask Andre.
We gonna have to talk to production about this 50-mile radius, baby. It's a 50-mile radius. LA County Incorporated. Period. Because in that case, they should grab a bitch from Wyoming. They should bring somebody from Oklahoma. They should bring somebody from DC. They should bring everybody, incorporate everybody up in here, baby. Because guess what? This is chasing LA. If you can't afford it, go on to other franchises. It's simple.
Okay.
Period.
Take your ass to Dallas, where it's cheap at.
That's what I'm saying, baby, because out here we hustle, we struggle, and that's okay.
And that's just on period. You gotta have multiple jobs, you gotta have multiple hustles, you gotta be into many things. You have to wear many hats to make it in LA. And that's just on period.
What's up, King? What's up, Fly King?
Hey, Fly King.
Fly King came in slaying, baby.
Fly King. We gotta talk. I want to see you here on the break now. Let's talk. We didn't see you a lot on the show. Let's talk about it. I heard you saying some things that I said. I stand on what I said.
Always saying something, girl.
I stand on what I said. I don't take it back, but we can talk about it. Okay? Fly King said they can out rap anybody on the show, and I'm here for it. Come on to the lituation. Okay, after this, we're gonna go and premiere this live right here that we just had on YouTube. Okay, that's where my audience is at. This is for recording purposes only. But I will when I get back.
Send me the link so I can get all this and post it on my page too and all that good stuff.
Okay, absolutely. I'm gonna send you the link. And I'm gonna send you the link to the premiere so you can be in the comments and you can hear what people say and hear how they respond. But you know, I love the whole cast. No shade, like I do. I feel like we're family. You don't get along with your whole family, but you know, y'all still family. You know what I'm saying? So whether I like you or not is irrelevant because we're part of the same brand. You know what I'm saying? We're part of the same family. We're part of the same group. They're never going to be able to replace us. We're the OGs. We're season 1. You know, even if we don't make it to next season, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, we did that. Like,
we did it. And this isn't the end for any of us. I think we're all
none of us
different and unique in our own way. And that's what it's about. It's not about I arrived and I'm here. It's about we chasing. And it's a process. Okay? Because, baby, once I get that big break, deuces, ain't no point in me chasing no more.
When I get back to LA, we got to link up. We got to link up. You ask Andre for permission now. I want to do a photo shoot with you, okay? I do photo shoots. I'll send you some of my photo shoots that I've done. But that's something that I do a lot of people don't know. I am a photographer on the side, and I take amazing pictures. So let's work.
Okay, girl. Well, you know, I charge a fee.
Oh, no, girl. I charge a fee, too.
I'm a paid model now, you know.
Oh, no, girl. I'm trying to help you build your portfolio. Okay, that's just up here, Yana. Do you got a portfolio?
I do.
I'll forward it to me, and we'll see about getting paid then.
All right, girl. Well, I'm gonna go because
I can share with it. I can share with the world your portfolio that you got, girl. You be playing too much,
honey.
Anyway,
well, tell Jayla it's no tea, no shade. Wish her the best. And whenever you want to do that verses,
here we gotta do the verses on my page.
You Mariah,
y'all gonna do a verses, we gotta do it on my lituation page.
Huh?
If y'all gonna do a versus, we gotta do it on my lituation page. We gotta set a date and y'all gotta have your music together.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let me see what she got. She talking them vocal skills, baby.
I want to see what both of y'all got. I'm very interested in this competition, and I'm very interested in seeing what you have to bring and what Jayla has to bring. Okay, and I think it's gonna be lit. I think it's gonna be lit, and if anything, it's gonna promote the show. It's gonna promote both of y'all music. It's gonna promote the brand, and we all gonna grow from it. And that's just on Piriana.
You see Marilyn? Say hey.
Yes, I see Marilyn. That's what you be giving, girl.
It's Hollywood, baby. It's chasing LA, not chasing. Okay. You know.
All right, friend.
Bye, girl.
It's been nice hanging out with you, girl.
Bye, girl.
Bye.
See you soon. Bye.
See you soon. Talk to you later. Bye. Okay, on period. It's the official campaign. This is the home of the situation where we keep it lit. That interview was lit, okay? Like I said, it's the best interview that I've had, okay? There was a lot of energy right there. Okay, make sure that you guys catch this interview. Make sure that you guys like this video. Make sure you guys share this video because YouTube be playing. YouTube be playing. But if you guys would like to support the official campaign in a monetary way, I would just like to say right now, all of the monies goes directly back into the platform. Where the money resides, where the money resides. Donate to the official campaign. Cash App, Venmo, Super Chat, and that's just on Periana. Yes. This interview was lit. Y'all come and catch the premiere on YouTube, okay? And somebody tell Wooda Lee, girl, the official campaign want to talk to him, and that's just on period. Let me get out of here, okay? Bye, y'all.